Ladies and gentlemen, put your dancing boots on. It's time for Billy Bowles' Swinging Country on KSSL, a truly authentic country music radio program, bringing you the official music of Texas Western Swing and the very best in real traditional country music, Western and country gospel by today's independent artists, with lots of fiddles and steel because, dang, we love the twang. And of course, now and then, a good touch of the classics. Billy Bowles, winner of the coveted Academy of Western Artists Will Rogers Award for Disc Jockey of the Year 2012, inducted into the prestigious Cowtown Society of Western Music Heroes Hall of Fame, and Disc Jockey of the Year 2013, inducted into the Elite Northwest Western Swing Music Society Hall of Fame in 2014, inducted into the Texas Western Swing Hall of Fame 2015. And now, here's Billy Bowles, coming to you from 107.3, 94.1, and streaming around the world at KSSLFM.com.
Howdy do, friends, and welcome to Swingin' Country. Proud to have you with us today, wherever you are. Appreciate you joining us. This first section is going to be brought to you by Hometown Tire. My Hometown Tire Company in Sundown, Texas, located about 1/2 a block on Slaughter Avenue from the traffic light. And also in Wolford, Texas at 839 Highway 6282, next door to Mueller's Steel Building Supply. In Sundown, you can call 806-229-2222. Wolford, 806-781-0301, handling any and all tire needs of any kind for anything. That's Hometown Tire, Sundown, and Wolford. Roadside service available. Again, 806-781-0301 in the Wolford, Lubbock area, Sundown and Huckley County, Cochran County areas, 806-229-2222. Also handling your brake jobs. And in Sundown, they do oil changes and filters and struts and hoses and belts, batteries, several services available also in Sundown. Okay, well, how many of you seen the TV show Good Morning Texas last Friday out of Dallas, WFAA Channel 8, your ABC affiliate in Dallas? I was there helping to represent Cowtown, birthplace of Western Swing event coming up, big festival next year in November 2020, and they're already kicking off with several promotions. WFAA had us out there, and it was a dance party, a lot of fun. I'll tell you more about it in just a moment, but playing for it was Jay Cooker and the Outsiders. My dance partner was none other than Kristyn Harris. So let's hear one from each of them right now.
I've got a foreign palace just 30 miles from Dallas, on the land that gave me my birth. And in my estimation, there's one destination, that's my hometown, Fort Worth. What's Fort Worth, boy? What's Fort Worth? It's the best city on Texas earth. What's Fort Worth, boy? What's Fort Worth? It's worth the world to me. If you need some loving and you're looking for some hugging from the fairest of fair sexes, I think you're sure to find just what you've got in mind waiting down in Fort Worth, Texas. What's Fort Worth, boy? What's Fort Worth? It's the best city on Texas earth. What's Fort Worth, boy? What's Fort Worth? It's worth the world to me. And when it comes to fun, there's only one place to come where you'll find most everything. There's a western atmosphere that reaches far and near, and every club has that good old western swing. What's Fort Worth, boy? What's Fort Worth? Well, it's the best city on Texas earth. What's Fort Worth, boy?
Hey guys, this is Jay Cooker. You're listening to KSSL Swinging Country with Billy Bowles. And Billy, thank you for playing one of mine.
I'll hop up on my pony and I'll ride away down the trail to San Antone. I can see him standing waiting by that old range gate. He waits for me alone. Through the hills and o'er the plains I'll ride, ride, ride. I won't stop until I'm standing by his side. Roll on, little pony, let that old wind moan. I'm headed back to San Antonio, down the trail to San Antone. Well, I just received a letter from my man in San Antone, asking me to be his bride. I know he really loves me and his heart is true, so I guess I better take a ride. So I'll hop up on my pony and I'll ride away down the trail to San Antone. I can see him standing waiting by that old range gate. He waits for me alone. Through the hills and o'er the plains I'll ride, ride, ride. I won't stop until I'm standing by his side. Roll on, little pony, let that old wind moan. I'm headed back to San Antonio, down the trail to San Antone. I'll hop up on my pony and I'll ride away down the trail to San Antone. I can see him standing waiting by that old range gate. He waits for me alone. Through the hills and o'er the plains I'll ride, ride, ride. I won't stop until I'm standing by his side. Roll on, little pony, let that old wind moan. I'm headed back to San Antonio, down the trail to San Antone.
All right, we started that out with Jay Cooker and the Outsiders. What's Fort Worth? And down the trail to San Antone, Kristyn Harris. Yes, indeed. Jay Cooker and the Outsiders played for this television event. Awesome as always. As Jake said, they were about 12 hours ahead of schedule. This show went on live at 9 a.m. Good Morning Texas, and they're used to starting up about 9 p.m. But there was a great group. All the dancers, Christy Hall and Paul Gonzalez, a couple that are good friends of mine, fellow board members on the board of this Birthplace of Western Swing, Teola McDonald, and Rex Williams was her partner, Mary Ellen Noter and Patrick Lube, Karen and Steve Gold, myself, Billy Bowles and Kristyn Harris, and the founder of Cowtown Birthplace of Western Swing, Mike Marquardt, the spokesman, and his partner, which is one of the hosts of Good Morning Texas, Elena Sabrina. So it was a great time, excellent dancers, fantastic band. We had it. Great time. I want to thank Kristyn Harris once again for being my dance partner, and she was awesome, as she is with everything else she does, like her music, trick riding, and everything else. Well, let's get on down the line now. We want to talk about County Line. As a matter of fact, County Line Electric, lighting up your life. Whatever your electrical needs may be in Lubbock County, immediate surrounding area, you just need one name and one phone number. That's Jackie Tannery of County Line Electric, 806-441-8854, handling any needs for anything, be it residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, makes no difference. 806-441-8854. Well, you know, some big events coming up over in Gail, Texas at the Coyote Country Store. I seen Miss Devon and the Outlaw the other night in Fort Worth, Texas. Before we went to Dallas, we stopped by Billy Bob's, a fundraiser for the cattle drovers that herd the cattle each day. The world-famous twice-a-day cattle herding on exchange there in Fort Worth, Texas, and lots and lots and lots of people came for that event. It was a great time. Performing was the Cowtown Buckaroos, and that's somewhat headed up, I believe, by Devon Dawson. So let's hear one from her now that she wrote about Gail, Texas, called On the Mesa. Then let's hear from the Swing Spectacular coming up, the Texas Swing Spectacular at the Coyote Country Store. We're going to hear from Will Banister, Kelly Spinks, and Bobby Flores.
There's a little town in West Texas, nestled at the base of a mesa, where the mesquite trees grow aplenty, and the folks out there are few. Now there's a cowboy out in West Texas, living at the base of the mesa. He rides fine working horses and breeds black Angus too. Kinda mellow while dreaming and deciding on a certain fella. Well, I'd like to stay in West Texas and live at the base of the mesa, ride fine working horses with that buckaroo. Scarce in West Texas, so there ain't no maize on the mesa, but the sunsets there are the loveliest you'd ever want to view. Winds blow wild in West Texas, singing round the base of the mesa. Seems to be a-telling me to plan a rendezvous. Well, he rides east and I ride west, oh so nonchalantly. I circle right, he circles left, and he tips his hat gallantly when he sees me round in the corner as we meet at the back of the mesa. He rides up close beside me to whisper, I love you. The wedding party winds its way, just taking in the vista. We'll take the parson with us while I hitch to a certain mister. Then in front of folks in West Texas, he'll besame on the mesa. Besame and besame when we say I do. At the top of the mesa, we'll say I do. Hey, wouldn't you?
Hi, I'm Will Banister. You're listening to Swingin' Country with Billy Bowles on KSSL Radio.
I'll close the curtains and turn the lights way down low and lay beside you in the soft candle glow. Kiss me gently and hold me close to you, and then let's start to make an old love new again. Oh, this flame is still burning for you. It's just as hot, but just remember the way it was so long ago. Seems we've forgotten just how love's supposed to go. Let's start it over and bring the hard times to an end. We'll try to make an old love new again. Oh, this flame is still burning for you. It's just as hot, but just barely shining through. Think of the past, forget the present, and let our future begin. Baby, let's make an old love new again. Oh, baby, let's make an old love new again.
Hey, this is Kelly Spinks, and you're listening to Billy Bowles Swingin' Country, KSSL 107.3 and 94.1. Also, you can catch him streaming the globe, KSSLFM.com. Take it away, Billy.
I'd like to stay here all night long and drink with you. And maybe later on we'd have a dance or two. But drinking here with you has almost ruined my home. So from here on out, you'll just have to party all alone. 'Cause tonight I'm going home to an angel, the one who stood beside me while I sinned. Yes, tonight I'm going home and save my marriage. And from this night on, I'll never cheat again. From now on, all the money that I've spent on you will go to make my little girl the best dressed kid in school. And she won't ever have to ask, Mom, why did Daddy go? Or does he love us? 'Cause I'll be there at home to tell her so. 'Cause tonight I'm going home to an angel, the one who stood beside me while I sinned. Yes, tonight I'm going home and save my marriage. And from this night on, I'll never cheat again. And from this night on, I'll never cheat again.
If again you were just mine, the sun for me would always shine. Though fate has ruled that we must part, you're still the keeper of my heart. Each night while down upon my knees, I pray that you'll remember me. And when many miles apart. You'll be the keeper of my heart. Keeper up above to guide your footsteps back to me. Without you, life's no good, you see. The treasured memories that burn, I'll keep and I will always yearn for the love that once was part of the keeper of my heart.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we started that group out with On the Mesa, a song actually written about Gail, Texas. That was Miss Devon and the Outlaw. Again, I got to see Miss Devon and the Outlaw the other night in Fort Worth, Texas, Billy Bob's, at that Drover fundraiser event, and had a great time out there. Then we followed it up with the lineup coming to the Coyote Country Store August 17th, Saturday night. The Texas Swing Spectacular. We started it out with Will Banister and the Modern Day Ramblers, Let's Make an Old Love New Again. Tonight I'm Going Home to an Angel, Kelly Spinks and Miles of Texas. And Bobby Flores and the Yellow Rose Band with Keeper of My Heart. And joining me right now, once again on Swingin' Country, been here many times and always love having him, Mr. Bobby Flores. Good morning, Bobby, and welcome back to Swingin' Country.
Good morning, Billy. Thank you very much for having me on your show, man. Always good to be on.
Always great to have you, and the fans love it. We love your music. West Texas loves Bobby Flores and the Yellow Rose Band.
Thank you, buddy. And we're sure looking forward to the show. It's going to be a blast. And you mentioned two good friends of mine, Will Banister and Kelly Spinks. And, man, it's always a pleasure to share the stage with those guys and their great bands. So this is going to be one great event, and we're really looking forward to it.
People had dang sure better bring their dancing boots, I'll tell you that. Yeah, that's not one, not two, but three incredible dance bands, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, they should be ready to dance because we're going to keep them on the floor, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, this is a beautiful outdoor event. It's amazing what Becky Justice is doing and what she's got going out there. And Gail, it's really kind of mind-boggling, but what a great addition this event's going to be. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's a beautiful place. You know, she's got it set up great. You know, she's ready for a big crowd there with the 3 stages. And, yeah, I mean, they're doing a great job out there. And it's been a while since I've been out there, and we're ready to go back. It's a fantastic place, family place, and that's our kind of venue. So we're all looking forward to it a whole bunch.
Absolutely. In fact, you touched on something right there. Their slogan is, where traditions live and the legends play. And it is family-oriented. It is family-friendly. And they're bringing in top-notch, incredible acts, obviously, you know. And you're going to have a great time, and you're going to get that good old West Texas hospitality.
That sounds great. We're sure looking forward to it, and we're glad to be a part of it. And once again, it'd be awesome to see my buddies Will Banister and Kelly Spinks are with us. I know we'll have a big time.
You bet. And MC will be Cathy. Jewell formerly known as Cathy Whitten, but Cathy Jewell will be your MC. And, of course, that doesn't hurt anything either with KSSL. She's the owner here at KSSL, and I'll be on hand for moral support and dancing.
Well, it'd be great to see y'all both again, absolutely.
You betcha. Folks, the gates will open at 6. It all kicks off at 7 o'clock. And you call Becky Justice 806-756-4330 for any questions, reservations. You can also go to OuthouseTickets.com and order your tickets. This is going to be a fantastic event, a full night of great music, great dancing, great fellowship. Bobby, what else is going on with your schedule these days? What have you got going on in the world of Bobby Flores?
Just doing a lot of studio work and, getting ready for our next cruise next January. So we're letting everybody know about that as well.
Feel free to inform us.
Yeah, January 21st, we're leaving out of Galveston again. And that's always a blast. So we're going down to the Caribbean and Cozumel, and always great things to do down there. And, my band and I, we have a blast. And what's great is we get a lot of time to visit with, some of the folks that we only, might get to see on the break. We actually get to sit down and have breakfast and lunch with them and get to visit a little bit. That's always nice.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, our crowd, they come to dance, which always makes us happy. So our cruises are just a blast. And for those that might want some more information, they can go to bobbyflores.com, and we've got a bunch of cruise info there. But, we always, start inviting folks early, and it just starts filling up pretty good. So that's a blast, doing a lot of studio work and, working with a bunch of fine young artists. And so that keeps me real busy during the week. And as you know, I love to do that and support our young artists.
Well, you've been bringing out some really great stuff like Zach Clifton's CD, man. That boy is above his age.
Yeah, he writes like he's about 3 times his age. He's just a fantastic writer. He comes up with his own arrangements for his songs, and really, really proud of him. And he's again one of those guys like Jack Phillips and Kristyn Harris and Haley Sandos and that whole group. That's the future of Western swing and great music.
Absolutely, and all friends of mine. As a matter of fact, Bobby, last Friday in Dallas, Texas, Kristyn Harris was my dance partner for an event coming up next year in Fort Worth. It's called Cowtown, Birthplace of Western Swing, and I was invited to dance on it, and I messaged Kristyn, would she be available, and it turned out she was, and she'd love to, and we had a blast.
Well, you got your good dance partner there.
Absolutely, and not hard on the eyes either. We had a great time.
She plays great. Yeah, she's a talented young gal, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely, in so many ways. But Haley Sandos has been with your band, what, about a year and a half or 2 years now?
Yeah, a couple of years, and man, that gal, she just she keeps coming on. She's you talk about someone who plays more advanced than her age. She plays like she's about 3 times her age too.
But
I don't know where she gets it from, but she's a heck of a musician and also singer. And actually, we're getting ready to record a song on her coming up in just about 2 or 3 weeks. So she'll have something you can play, and I'm sure she'll be happy to introduce it to you.
Exactly. You're reading my mind. You know where I'm going. Possible world radio premiere there. And I've known Haley since she was a little girl, and she's grown up into a fine young woman, a very, very talented young lady, and a wonderful addition to the Yellow Rose Band.
Thank you. Yeah, we're sure proud of her, and she tops off our 3 fiddles, man, and that's something we never get tired of.
Oh, neither do we.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you what, Bobby, it's always a pleasure to have you on Swingin' Country, and we look forward to seeing you in Gail, Texas, Saturday night, August 17th, the Texas Swing Spectacular. One more time, the gates open at 6. You give Becky Justice a call for all the information, 806-756-4330. Bobby, we're going to come out of this with, obviously, some more of your music. Spotlight featured artist here. How about Too Much Love Is Spoiling You, and talk about a great dance tune? How about Silver Lake Blues?
That sounds great, and thank you, Billy. Thanks for everything you do. Sure appreciate it. We'll see you out there soon.
Okay.
give you everything that you asked for. I never criticize the things you do. Now I see what I'm letting myself in for. I am afraid that too much love is spoiling you. When there's not enough love, it means a broken-hearted game. How was I to know that too much love will always do the same? More and more you are taking me for granted. I do every single thing you want me to. It may be wrong, but I know I'll never change it. It's my fault if too much love is spoiling you. When there's not enough love, it means a broken-hearted game. How was I to know that too much love will always do the same? More and more you are taking me for granted. I do every single thing you want me to. It may be wrong, but I know I'll never change it. It's my fault if too much love is spoiling you.
All right. Thank you once again, Bobby Flores. And coming up next month at the Coyote Country Store, September the 7th, you got Tony Booth and Texas dance hall legend Johnny Bush and the Bandoleros. Man, oh man, what a great night of traditional country music that will be. Again, you call Becky Justice 806-756-4330. Also, OuthouseTickets.com, CoyoteCountryStore.com. Be sure and meet us out there at the Coyote Country Store, where traditions live and the legends play. Well, this next section is brought to you by Mudsmith. My good friend Ken Goldsmith is always expanding. Right now, the oil field, of course, is booming. He's in the drilling fluids business. They've lately had openings for maintenance workers, electricians. Just go to his website, and that is mudsmith.com, to check on jobs. And, of course, they're always needing CDL truck drivers in Snyder and Midland locations that have their hazmat and tanker endorsements. Of course, you must be at least 21 or older, clean driving and criminal record, be in good physical health, dependable. They offer a lot, like 401k savings, group health insurance, excellent pay. You check it out. You can go to in person to 1309 West County Road 114, Midland, Texas, or you can email your resume and work history to Ken Goldsmith at mudsmith.com. Phone number 432-664-6837. Last week I played a couple of songs back to back, and I've had requests to do it again, because last week we World Radio premiered a new recording from Ken Goldsmith, which is Go Rest High on That Mountain, and a song that has had tons of requests at KSSL for the last 2 years, God Made an Angel Today, James Darden. I world premiered it about 2 years ago. They go together very well, and several people made mention that they would like to hear that again, so we're going to oblige and do it for you again 2 weeks in a row. Enjoy these two wonderful songs.
God picked you on this day to come home with him to stay. He took all your pain away. God made an angel today. I know you're up there in the clouds, 'cause I can feel you looking down. When the wind blows through the trees, I know you're standing next to me. I know you're walking streets of gold, been told the stories of old. You've met Jesus face to face. God made an angel today. The things I should have said and done, I just waited way too long. You're now in a better place. God made an angel today. God made an angel today. As we laid your body in the grave, we all sang Amazing Grace. God made an angel today. We all sang Amazing Grace. God made an angel today.
Love for the Father and the Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son.
God Made an Angel Today, James Darden. And then Go Rest High on That Mountain, Ken Goldsmith. Two songs that I know made you think of someone, a loved one in your life, and was proud to bring it to you. Hope it brought back not only sad memories, but good memories as well. And Ken is also the owner and proprietor of an amazing studio. It's called Mudrock Recording Studio. And that's in Midland, Texas, folks, located at 1309 West County Road 114, Midland, Texas. Truly an oasis in the desert recording studio, as Ken himself describes it. You know, it is world class. No expenses were saved to make it the best of the best. And they handle everything for you: recordings, videos, publishing, marketing, and distribution. Check it out online, mudrockstudio.com. Also, NashvilleOnTheBrazos.com. Give them a call, 432-687-6837. Let them know you heard about it on Billy Bowles Swingin' Country. Now, some songs that just kind of go together, kind of tell a story. Hey guys, I wonder if you might know who this gal is these guys are singing about.
My baby, my sweet loving baby, I thought we had a good thing going on. With very little warning, I woke up this morning to find my sweet baby was gone. But I don't know what she's doing or who she's pursuing. I know she could be out there on the town. My baby could be dancing, or maybe she's romancing that great new lover she has found. She left me a note, she wanted to be free. She wanted to be a long ways from me. I'm looking all around me, she's nowhere inside. There ain't no telling where she's motelling tonight. There ain't no telling where she's motelling. I know my baby ain't no saint.
You ain't no saint.
There ain't no telling where she's motelling. I don't know where she is, but I know where she ain't. Could be the Holiday Inn out on the edge of town, or the No-Tell Motel way downtown. I'm looking all around me, she's nowhere inside. There ain't no telling where she's motelling tonight.
Hey there, country music fans. This is Craig Murphy. You're listening to The Billy Bowles Show, locally at 94.1 and 107.3 FM. Streaming around the world at KSSLFM.com.
She's somewhere in Texas tonight, out where that that Lone Star moon is shining bright. Well, I know she's out there somewhere, and I'll probably never find her. She's somewhere in Texas tonight. I left out of Amarillo, trying to find a way to make a brand new start. The only thing that I had left in Texas were the memories of a lonely, broken heart. California was my destination. In a day or two, I'd be good as new. Find a job and then a house and then a woman were the first three things that I had planned to do. 'Cause she's somewhere in Texas tonight, out where that Lone Star moon is shining bright. Well, I know she's out there somewhere, and I'll probably never find her. She's somewhere in Texas tonight. Fell in love with the girl just out of college. Got a job down the road from where we stay. But she was tired of life there in the city, and a cowboy don't belong there in L.A. She found that she loved life here in Texas, and to tell the truth, she fit in all too well. The honky-tonks and nightclubs took her from me. Searching every bar and cheap hotel, and she's somewhere in Texas tonight, out where that Lone Star moon is shining bright. Well, I know she's out there somewhere, and I'll probably never find her. She's somewhere in Texas tonight. Oh, she's somewhere in Texas tonight, where that Lone Star moon is shining bright. Well, I know she's out there somewhere, and I'll probably never find her. She's somewhere in Texas tonight. Oh, she's somewhere in Texas, out there in Texas. Yes, she's somewhere in Texas tonight.
Was just a one-night stand, a pickup in a bar, a cheap motel romance that wasn't meant to go too far. But I keep thinking about her almost all the time. Her memory keeps haunting me, I can't get her off my mind. Just an overnight sensation, that's all she was meant to be. An overnight sensation and a pleasant memory. I have been in a lot of bars and a lot of one-night stands. I've danced with a lot of women to 1,000 country bands. I always loved and left them, or I never meant to stay. But she was something special, her memory won't go away. Just an overnight sensation, that's all she was meant to be. An overnight sensation and a pleasant memory. Just an overnight sensation. That's all she was meant to be. An overnight sensation and a pleasant memory.
Friends, you're listening to Billy Bowles Swingin' Country every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. That's at 107.3, 94.1, and streaming around the entire world at KSSLFM.com. Thank you for listening.
Walking all over this lonely city, nothing in my heart but a fool's self-pity, 'cause I'm still in love with a girl that didn't do me right. But there ain't no way for me to forget her, 'cause I ain't never been cheated any better, and I bet she's cheating someone else tonight. She's a heartbreaker, she's a love taker, she's a memory maker, and I bet she's making memories tonight. Well, her memory's like a bug and it keeps on a-crawling all over my mind, and the tears keep a-falling, thinking about the things that might have been. Well, this old heart of mine can't take it. I still love her and I can't shake it. I bet she's shaking someone else tonight. 'Cause she's a heartbreaker, she's a love taker, she's a memory maker, and I bet she's making memories tonight. She's a heartbreaker, she's a love taker, she's a memory maker, and I bet she's making memories.
Okay, we started that group out with No Tellin' Where She's Motelling Tonight, an original from Craig Murphy, Fort Worth, Texas. Answering that was Will Banister in the modern day Ramblers, She's Somewhere in Texas Tonight. And then Carl Finney with Overnight Sensation, and Mel Tillis with Memory Maker. Wonder if they're all singing about the same gal there in a way, don't you? And fellas, I think we've all known at least one, maybe several, women that just might fit that category to some degree. And of course, men, we're guilty as well. But that was just a great grouping of songs, I felt like, and hardcore, real traditional country music to boot. And as brought to you by our great friends at Coyote's Salsa Company, born right here in Slayton, Texas. Always my top choice when I'm out shopping for salsa. And I love the hot. I love the scorching habanero. Cooking, I love the roasted. The chunky garlic in some cooking as well. I just love the Coyote's brand. There's something for everybody. Gentle, original, hot, scorching habanero, roasted, chunky garlic, medium and hot, and the latest edition ghost pepper, absolutely scary hot. Available in all your Texas major supermarkets and Walmart and Sam's Clubs in Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Texas, and just recently added California as well. Look for it. If it's not available where you're at, ask for it or order it online, KYLITOS, Kylitos.com. Let them know you heard about it on Billy Bowles Swinging Country. And all the time, I'm getting more and more comments on folks that are just loving it. All right. The next group of artists are available at I2I Records. That's the letter I, the number 2, the letter I. We're going to hear 3 waltzes since we're in 3/4 time. We're going to hear from Kim Blakey, Sandy Paramore, and Carl Vaughn. Enjoy.
Laughing and dancing the night away, with every step that it takes. She's crazy about him, it's easy to see. He's sweeping her off of her feet. The man that loves her is holding her tight. She's dancing on Daddy's boots tonight. Softly they glide to an old fiddle tune. With every stride on her daddy's boots, the man that loves her is holding her tight. She's dancing on Daddy's boots tonight. Well, she's 5 years old, all giggles and grins. Before you know, she'll be 10. Time passes by and you can't get it back. Little girls grow up too fast, but the man that loves her is holding on tight. She's dancing on Daddy's boots tonight. Softly they glide to an old fiddle tune. With every stride on her daddy's boots, the man that loves her, he's holding on tight. She's dancing on Daddy's boots tonight. Well, someday she'll grow up and love a new man, start a new life, start a new dance. But she's dancing on Daddy's boots tonight.
Songs, western swing and cowboys, you're the kind of friend I like to know. Western clothes, cowboy boots, and blue jeans, dance the two-step and waltz the night away. Western music is my forte. Singing and dancing is my thing. be down low. Slow songs to polish belt buckles and the waltz to finish the show. Western music is my forte. Singing and dancing is my thing. Once around the floor is not enough for the ladies. They plan to dance the night away. They plan to dance the night away.
She'll jump at the chance to give you a dance, but the floor is as far as she'll go. She'll drink your wine, but she won't give you the time, and her name is all you ever know. 'Cause it's only a game when she lights up the flame in the hearts of cowboys like me. She leads nobody on, and she goes home alone. 'Cause when the music stops, so does she. Baby, she's trying to hide all her crying and the pain that nobody sees. And there's always the chance that she just likes to dance. 'Cause when the music stops, so does she. To hide all her crying and the pain that nobody sees. And there's always the chance that she just likes to dance. 'Cause when the music stops, so does she. The music stops, so does she.
First song right there was Kim Blakey, Dancing on Daddy's Boots. How many of you ladies can relate to that story? And I know I've heard many women say that that's exactly how they started. Sandy's Country Waltz. Sandy Paramore. Sandy, I hope you're doing better. She had a shelf fall and hit her foot and broke it in 2 places the other day, and man, picture on face looked bad. I hope you're doing okay, and we pray for a speedy recovery. And When the Music Stops, Carl Vaughn. And ladies and gentlemen, all those artists and so many more are available at i2irecords.com. And Carl Vaughn next week, This is a big news announcement, folks. Next week I will be world radio premiering from a brand new album titled Dancing with Katie. We will have several world radio premieres with Carl Vaughn and be visiting with Carl, so be looking forward to that. And Eye-to-Eye Records is where you go to buy much of the music you hear on Swingin' Country. They handle real traditional country music, western swing, western, and country gospel, and some Cajun music as well. Such folks as Dawn Anita, Gary Ash, Tilma Atwood, Will Banister, Lorraine Chavana, Bob Corley, Steve Griggs, Lisa Lane, we heard last week, World Radio premiering, and what a great premiere that was. Dennis Ledbetter, Richard Lynch, the list goes on and on and on and on. That's the place to buy your downloads and your CDs, i2irecords.com. Okay, we're about to play one now from Cathy Jewell.
Most of my life, I've almost been a winner. I've come so close, but never really won. Just when I think I finally made it, I find myself back where I started from. I hate to say I've given up, but I believe losing's just become a way of life for me. Losing wouldn't be so bad at all, but I'm always on a mountain when I fall. Then you came along and had me believing. For once in my life, my luck had finally changed. And now you say you're gonna leave me. Seems everything I do winds up the same. I hate to say I've given up, but I believe losing's just become a way of life for me. Losing wouldn't be so bad at all, but I'm always on a mountain when I fall. Losing wouldn't be so bad at all, but I'm always on a mountain when I fall.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Cathy Jewell with I'm Always on a Mountain When I Fall. And I want to welcome to Swingin' Country right now, Cathy Jewell. Good morning, Cathy.
Good morning, and I'm impressed with the fact that you have not accidentally said my previous name, because I am even having trouble when I sign a check not putting my new name.
Well, life's interesting.
Old habits die hard.
Yes, they do. Absolutely. And I also want to welcome to Swingin' Country on with us right now for our monthly AWA Corner, Dena Wood. Good morning, Dena. Welcome back.
Good morning, Billy Bowles and Cathy Jewell. It's great to be here.
Good morning, Dena. It's great to have you on.
Well, since we got Cathy in and there's people wanting to visit with her, let's start with this. As Cathy already mentioned, there is a name change professionally and personally.
Yes.
And it's going to be Who was that artist that used to be the artist formerly known as? Who was that?
I don't remember.
Well, the artist formerly known as Cathy Whitten is now Cathy Jewell.
Yes, and that's my given name.
That's your given middle name.
Yes.
You know, I'd like to interject something right there. Sometimes, as people, we feel the need to just be who we are and not who people label us as. And who Cathy Jewell Long is and has been is all the same person. You know, she was Cathy Whitten, and now she's Cathy Long. But she is still Cathy Jewell, and we all love who she is, and we look forward to her career growing and adding to her fan base. And we just thank everybody for standing by us as we accomplish this change, and we're going to revert back to her given name of Cathy Jewell and dropping any last names, and she'll always be just Cathy Jewell.
Yeah, that can, hopefully this works well for you. And I certainly support your decision and understand why, you know.
And you are a big part of the success of my career, Billy. I mean, you play my songs all the time, and I know a lot of other independent artists feel the same way. And Dena, of course, is a huge part of my success because she is my #1 fan since she is the president of my fan club.
Well, then she better be your #1 fan.
Most definitely.
You know what, Cathy, I'm your #1 fan, not only in your music and your beautiful jewelry that you make and have gifted to me so many times, but I am just a fan of Cathy herself. I kind of would like to tell people that Cathy was born Catherine Jewell Bowles. She married to a Whitten. She divorced a long time ago. She found the love of her life and married Rock Anthony Long 2 weeks ago, and I was there in Tupelo, Oklahoma, when that happened. She's long wanted to change from Whitten. She's talked to me about it many times. She's no longer a Whitten. In fact, she was always a Bowles. She was the daughter of Jim and Mona Bowles. It's right in her heart. She's not confused about who she is, and I'm not either. And Billy, you're not either. But to those who don't understand, this is a simple explanation. Right here's how it is. This is the truth. No brag, just fact. She was born Cathy Jewell. She wants to be Cathy Jewell. It is her name and her persona. We'll always let her be who she is. We wouldn't want her to be any other way. So Cathy Jewell is still who she has always been. And thanks to all of you for understanding. I sure wouldn't want a name that wasn't mine.
Well, thank you, Dena, and that was very well said. You know, Jewell is actually a family name, and it's been passed on. Many people in my family have that middle name besides myself, including my granddaughter, by the way. She was named after me, but I was named after my grandmother, and her first name was Jewell. So it's a very special name to me, and I think it kind of has a ring to it, especially, you know, since I am an entertainer, and so I think that it will fit. And, of course, if you look at my logo, it's got a butterfly on it, which is a sign of change, metamorphosis, you know, because we're always changing. And then, of course, the little, if you saw the little jewel on there, Dena, or the little diamond that signifies the jewel, you know, because I like to sparkle and shine.
Okay, I've got an idea, and I'm going to throw something out at you. You know that I sometimes do on this segment what I call swing it out.
Yes.
And that's kind of like old folks would say, spit it out. You know? All right, swing it out. I've got an idea.
Okay.
It's up to you. Okay, this is something I'm porcupining your way.
Okay, as long as it doesn't hurt.
Well, be careful how you throw it. I have an idea. Since you're making a change, and since you are also in the jewelry business, what if we call you Sparkling Cathy Jewell?
I like that. I think I like that as well as Sassy Cathy Whitten, what you used to call me.
I do too.
Yeah, that fits me. And in fact, I'm actually, on a side note, going to be changing my Whitten Jewelry Creations, which is the name of it, to Cathy Jewell's Creations. So,
or Sparkling Cathy Jewell's Creations.
Yes, because all my stuff has to sparkle and shine. Life's too short not to sparkle and shine.
So you like my idea?
I do.
You're now Sparkling Cathy Jewell.
And so does Dena, by the way. So we're both in favor of it.
That's Cathy Jewell's Sparkling Creations is what that is.
Hey,
like
very
that.
good, very good. All right, we solved all that. And Cathy, I certainly appreciate you joining us. I know you've got folks waiting on you, unless you want to stay here with us for the AWA Corner, which you're more than welcome to do.
Well, you know what? I'm your producer of the show, so I'm going to be hearing it here in just a little bit, and I do have some people waiting on me in the other room, so I'm going to go in there and let you and Dena take it over. And Dena, I love you so much. And by the way, last night I made chicken salad using her homemade relish, and it just made it so much better.
Woohoo!
It was incredible. Oh, my gosh. That woman can make stuff.
Amen to that.
You had some, too. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a jar of that in the mail to Ron Christopher in California because he's waiting on it.
You know what, Ron, if you're listening, I love you and I love your music, and I appreciate your support as well. And I want to thank everybody out there who supports my music, including you, Billy and Dena, and y'all have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, well, folks, now we're going to get down to some AWA business, and we're going to make it quick. And the main news is, Dena Wood.
Well, there's a lot of main news, but, you know, we got a lot of trunks to this tree. The date has been set for the 2020 Academy of Western Artists Awards. It's going to be Thursday, April the 9th, 2020, at the Brown Lupton Ballroom, TCU, Fort Worth. There is one thing that may change. Bobby's looking into it. We are a nonprofit, and he may be going to go with a ticket agency this year to handle the tickets, and hopefully can expedite and ease it for everyone that wants to. It'll aid them and give them the opportunity for all those who want to attend. Our website is awaawards.org. We're going to be doing a media blitz soon on the awards and on Indie Express, and getting that out and getting people. And there is a comment section that's been placed on Academy of Western Artists group on Facebook, and Bobby's kind of wanting some input from the people who might be wanting to attend this year on the date on April the 9th. So y'all go there if you have something you want to say. And also on YouTube, on my YouTube, Dena Wood on YouTube, I've uploaded the Academy of Western Arts video from this past March, so y'all can go there and see that.
Absolutely, and you can also find it on my group, Billy Bowles Swinging Country. And Dena, I'm sorry, but we have ran out of time, but I wanted to get that in. The main thing, we wanted to visit with Cathy, and we wanted to let folks know that the award date is set. It has changed. It'll be before Easter. And a lot of people will have Good Friday off and everything. So a lot of folks have told me they really like this date. So hopefully it's going to work for us. Well, Dena, thank you so much for joining us as always. And we will come out of this with some more Cathy Jewell music.
Thank you, Billy.
Hank and Lefty on the jukebox back in 1952. They set the bar real high for those to come. Ernest Tubb and the Troubadours in that old green Hornet showed us how to get the job done. Granddaddies and grandmothers wore those hardwood floors clean out and passed the music down to Mom and Dad. Generations later, on that honky-tonk highway, sons and daughters see just how much they can add. This ain't your daddy's honky-tonk. It's a different kind of world. We sing our share of Hank, Willie, Patsy, George, and Merle. All our heroes don't wear hats, and we don't care that they don't. It's a different kind of world. This ain't your daddy's honky-tonk. We took the songs we learned from Patsy, Hank, and Lefty, cranked them up, then gave them to the world. We may follow fair and young with a rocker like Bon Jovi. Honky-tonk heroes, honky-tonk girls. This ain't your daddy's honky-tonk. It's a different kind of world. We sing our share of Hank, Willie, Patsy, George, and Merle. All our heroes don't wear hats, and we don't care that they don't. It's a different kind of world. This ain't your daddy's honky-tonk. It's a different kind of world. This ain't your daddy's honky-tonk. Mirror, mirror on the wall, you and I have been through it all. I know that I can turn to you, and you will always tell the truth. Mirror, mirror on the wall, you've seen me proud, you've seen me crawl. You seem to read between the lines. Should we trust my heart this time? Mirror, mirror on the wall, I think that we're about to fall. Mirror, mirror, tell me true. Is he the one for me and you? Mirror, mirror on the wall, he's not the fairest of them all, but he's got something they can't see. One look at him and you'll agree. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I think that we're about to fall. Mirror, mirror, tell me true. Is he the one for me and you? Mirror, mirror on the wall, he's not the fairest of them all. Mirror, mirror, tell me true, but he's the one for me and you. Mirror, mirror, yes, it's true. He's the one for me and you.
All right, friends, we came out of that visit with Dena Wood and Cathy Jewell with This Ain't Your Daddy's Honky Tonk and Mirror, Mirror, Cathy Jewell. That's sparkling Cathy Jewell. All right, now let's hear some brand new recordings to swinging country. We're going to hear one from Myra Rowland and Justin Trevino, Zach Clifton, Olivia Morgan, joined by Kristyn Harris, and Olivia Morgan, joined by Mickey Daniel.
Today, tomorrow, and forever. That's how long our love will last. I'll never stop loving you, no, never. Today,
Tomorrow,
and forever.
we've got the kind of love most people dream about, ordained by God above. In our mind, there's no doubt.
And I know that you love me by the things you do and say, and our love keeps growing stronger day after day. Today, tomorrow, and forever.
tomorrow,
and forever.
every day you let me know just how much you care. And darling, when you need me, you know that I'll be there.
You don't have to say you love me over and over again. I know because you show me, and I know our love won't end. Today, tomorrow, and forever. That's how long our love will last. I'll never stop loving you, no, never. Today,
Tomorrow,
and forever. Today,
tomorrow,
and forever.
Hey friends, this is Myra Rowland, and you're listening to Swinging Country with my friend Billy Bowles on KSSLFM.com.
When life's holding you, there ain't much you can do, and temptations won't let you break free. When your body is aching, you feel you've been shaken into a dark state of misery. Just talk to the healer, walk with the healer, and he'll surely show you the way. And pray to the healer, give your heart to the healer, and he'll take away all of your pain. This battle down here, it won't last forever. One day you'll have the victory. Just don't doubt it and don't get weary, for this is only the beginning of your new life of eternity. If you talk to the healer, walk with the healer, yes, he'll surely show you the way. And pray to the healer, give your heart to the healer, he'll take away all of your pain. Shout praise to the healer, put your faith in the healer, he'll take away all of your pain. The healer took all my pain. Yeah!
Rolling, 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 rolling.
So you thought real traditional country music no longer existed. Well, you found it today. It's right here on Billy Bowles Swingin' Country. It's every Saturday, 10 to noon Central, at KSSLFM.com, streaming around the world and locally at 107.3 and 94.1 FM. That's KSSL. Keep swinging country.
Of the border, down Mexico way. That's where they fell in love when stars above came out to play. And now as they wander, their thoughts ever stray south of the border, down Mexico way. She was a picture in old Spanish lace, just for a tender while he kissed a smile upon her face. For it was fiesta, and they were so gay, south of the border, down Mexico way. Then she sighed as she whispered mañana, never dreaming that they were parting. And he lied as he whispered mañana, for the tomorrow never came. South of the border, he rode back one day. There in a veil of light by candlelight, she knelt to pray. The mission bells told him that he mustn't stay south of the border, down Mexico way.
Started that group out with Today, Tomorrow, and Forever, Myra Rowland off her brand new CD, and Justin Trevino joined her, available at hillbillyhits.com. And Zach Clifton, Talk to the Healer. Kristyn Harris joined Olivia Morgan with Rawhide, and Mickey Daniel joined Olivia Morgan with South of the Border. Great new CD from Olivia Morgan, young teenage gal. These are all young folks that you heard there, doing a great job keeping our music alive, as is the next here, and that's the great Hanson family with Swing Time Lullaby.
Close your eyes, drift away, watch the twilight shadows swing and sway. Listen to those twin fiddles play a melody to dream on.
Mama loves you,
Daddy too.
here's a song that's written just for you.
Soft as a gossamer sigh, the swing time lullaby. warmth of the music will tuck you in like a blanket of rhythm pulled up to your chin.
Close your eyes, drift away, watch the twilight shadows swing and sway,
soft as a gossamer sigh, the swing time lullaby.
As you slide into slumber on the wings of a star,
the warmth of the music will tuck you in
like a blanket of rhythm pulled up to your chin.
Take your time, don't grow up yet. Feel the joy that big folks soon forget. Sail through the dream-spangled sky on a swing time lullaby.
Sail through a dream-spangled sky
on a swing time lullaby.
Swing Time Lullaby, the Henson family, great harmonies, I can assure you. Whoa, they are such great performers and wonderful folks to boot. Well, as you know, I'm kind of impressed with this young lady, Olivia Morgaine, and all her friends have become family on this new album. And we've introduced some more, but the one that grabbed my attention first was her recording of El Paso, the old Marty Robbins tune, and she was joined by Kristyn Harris and Haley Sandos. You heard Bobby and I talking earlier about Haley, and I think we'll just play the original right now. Marty Robbins, El Paso, followed by Olivia Morgaine, Kristyn Harris, and Haley Sandos, El Paso. I think it's a fantastic job.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Nighttime would find me in Rose's Cantina. Music would play and Felina would whirl. Blacker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting a spell. My love was deep for this Mexican maiden. I was in love, but in vain I could tell. One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the West Texas wind. Dashing and daring, a drink he was sharing with wicked Felina, the girl that I love. So in anger I challenged his right for the love of this maiden. Down went his hand for the gun that he wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat. The handsome young stranger lay dead on the floor. Just for a moment I stood there in silence, shocked by the foul evil deed I had done. Many thoughts raced through my mind as I stood there. I had but one chance, and that was to run. Out through the back door of Roses I ran, out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one, it looked like it could run. Up on its back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso out to the badlands of New Mexico. Back in El Paso my life would be worthless. Everything's gone in life, nothing is left. It's been so long since I've seen the young maid. My love is stronger than my fear of death. I saddled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dark. Maybe tomorrow a bullet may find me. Tonight nothing's worse than this pain in my heart. And at last here I am on the hill overlooking El Paso. I can see Rose's cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward. Down off the hill to Felina I go. Off to my right I see 5 mounted cowboys. Off to my left, right, a dozen or more. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me. I have to make it to Rose's back door. Something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my soul. Though I am trying to stay in the saddle, I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felina is strong, and I rise where I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest. I see the white puff of smoke from the rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. From out of nowhere, Felina has found me, kissing my cheek as she kneels by my side. Cradled by 2 loving arms that I'll die for. One little kiss and Felina,
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican boy. Nighttime would find me in Rose's cantina. Music would play and Felina would sing. Blacker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting his spell. My love was deep for this Mexican hombre. I was in love, but in vain I could tell. One night a wild young cowgirl came in, wild as the West Texas wind. Dashing and daring, a drink she was sharing with wicked Felina, the man that I loved. So in anger I challenged her right for the love of Felina. Down went her hand for the gun that she wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat. The pretty young stranger lay dead on the floor.
Just for a moment I stood there in silence, shocked by the foul evil deed I had done. Many thoughts raced through my mind as I stood there. I had but one chance, and that was to run.
Out through the back door of roses I ran, out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one, it looked like it could run. Up on its back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso out to the Badlands of New Mexico. Back in El Paso, my life would be worthless. Everything's gone in life, nothing is left. It's been so long since I've seen that young hombre. My love is stronger than my fear of death. I saddled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dark. Maybe tomorrow a bullet may find me. Tonight nothing's worse than this pain in my heart. And at last here I am on the hill overlooking El Paso. I can see Rosa's cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward. Down off the hill to Felino I go.
Off to my right I see 5 mounted cowboys. Off to my left ride a dozen or more. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me. I have to make it to Rosa's back door.
Something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my side. Though I am trying to stay in the saddle, I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felino is strong, and I rise where I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest. I see the white puff of smoke from the rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest.
From out of nowhere, Felino has found me, kissing my cheek as he kneels by my side. Cradled by 2 loving arms that I'll die for.
One little kiss and Felino, goodbye.
Well, friends, I don't know what you think, but I think they did a great, excellent spin to a female redoing of that song El Paso. I enjoyed it. Well, friends, we have ran out of time. Thank you so much for having me with you today, wherever we are. Let's travel safe and have a good time. We love you, appreciate your listening. Till next time, may God bless you and yours. Keep swinging country, y'all. Adios.